Good evening, everybody. On the behalf of Respiratory Conclave Conference 2020, I, Abhishek Keshri, welcomes you all. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि हर साल की भांति इस साल भी हम लोग जून के महीने में रेस्पिरेटरी कॉन्क्लेव कॉन्फ्रेंस करते रहे हैं और इस बार का बर्निंग टॉपिक हर साल की तरह कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंट रहता है और इस बार भी हम लोग कुछ बर्निंग टॉपिक लेकर के आए हैं। तो इस प्रोग्राम को आगे हम बढ़ाते हैं अपने प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर के साथ। हमारे साथ हैं साक्षी पाठक।
Namaste and good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. S.K. Pathak, the organizing secretary and the organizing team of RCC 2020 for selecting me as the program coordinator for this conference. I, Sakshi Pathak, I am a medical student at IMS BHU. मैं इस साल के RCC कॉन्फ्रेंस की प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर हूँ and I, on behalf of Dr. S.K. Pathak, organizing secretary and the organizing team of RCC 2020, would like to welcome respected speakers, panelists, webcast viewers, and Facebook Live viewers to RCC 2020. The RCC conference is organized every year by Breath Easy Chest Foundation for Humanity and co-sponsored by Breath Easy Hospital, अस्सी वाराणसी। ये 5वीं RCC कॉन्फ्रेंस है और ऐसा पहली बार हुआ है कि यह कॉन्फ्रेंस वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पे आयोजित की जा रही है बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक।
So, Dr. Suryakanth, the next question that is there is the management of pneumothorax in a suspected COVID-19 patients. We do see some patients develop pneumothorax. I've seen as a matter of fact, 2 patients who developed pneumothorax and had mediastinal emphysema, and 1 patient also had surgical emphysema. So how will you manage pneumothorax in this era of COVID-19?
Yes, sir. The guidelines for managing pneumothorax actually they're entirely same. They're not different. Whether you can differentiate, the only thing is that you have to perform all the procedure with all precautions in COVID positive patient. Otherwise, the basic approach remains the same. For example, if it is only closed pneumothorax, you have to wait and watch, give oxygen. And if it is less than 20% hemithoracic volume, then of course, you can still wait and watch. And otherwise, if it is open or tension pneumothorax, if it is more than 20% hemithoracic volume, then of course you have to do intercostal drainage with seal. And of course, if it is not expanding within 1 or 2 weeks, then of course you take surgical opinion. This is the basic approach, how we approach for any pneumothorax. So the reason for developing COVID-19 patient for pneumothorax is very much obvious, as there are a lot of cytokine storms, a lot of inflammation. And this is inflammation does not confine to the lung parenchyma and even beyond the lung, so many other organs are also affected. So this inflammation, if suppose lung is already compromised, so we have to, once patient is hospitalized, the moment we have to assess whether this lung is having any underlying lung disease. So these patients who are having underlying disease, for example, post-tubercular sequelae, for example, previous history of pneumothorax, for example, COPD, for example, they have been chronic smoker. I mean, such type of patients, they are more vulnerable for developing pneumothorax. And to begin with, we have to take account of all these.
Okay, I think you've covered it very well. Trying to really give us an overview. The management strategy remains the same, but aggressive treatment is required because these patients can go into respiratory failure quickly. And you have to take all infection control precautions so that while doing the procedure, you really don't the healthcare workers don't get the infection.